didn't socialise.
So when he went to the river, that wasn't socialising?
The river?
The boatman says you took a boat together. Said it looked like you knew each other pretty well.
People think they see all sorts of things in this village. Must have been some other girl. I told you I barely knew him. It was father he was here for. They were like minds. They agreed on everything.
Everything? Really? Hugo said Vincent and Dr. Gachet argued.
My, you really have been slamming it. I don't care for village gossip.
She said people saw Vincent storming out of here not long before his death, and your dad was running after him.
So what? You think there was some argument with my father and that's why Vincent is dead? You think it's my father's fault, do you?
Oh, I didn't say that.
I think it would be best if you leave now.
Good day. Busy night?
Not really.
There's your cheese.
And how is your father, Miss Adeline?
He's well, thank you. Can I get you anything else?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you, no.
Good.
Just busy enough not to have to speak to me.
Well, if I did sit down for a drink, I'd be wondering when you'd be getting up and running off somewhere more important.
Funny thing, that. You actually gave me an idea. The idea to confront Marguerite Gachet.
Oh, so you ran off to be with the lady of the manor. How did that work out for you?
She told me she didn't know Vincent. Hadn't barely exchanged more than a few formal words with him.
I told you can't believe a word the Gachets say. I remember when Vincent moved in. People were asking him if he was a relative of Gachet. Maybe they were similar on the outside. He had the same red hair.
Like it?
And that same sad look in his eyes.
I've never seen anything like
But on the inside, they were chalk and cheese. Vincent wasn't snobbish like Gachet. He was really polite and kind.
Hello, Jermaine. Go. So what shall we draw tonight?
A chicken, please. Might be saying something.
Okay, a chicken. Skinny legs, like you.
Fluffy tail, please.
Jermaine, what are you doing out of bed?
She's no trouble.
Come on, back to bed with you.
She's no trouble.
I know.
Marguerite said the brother came here. Did you meet him?
No. I heard he came at Gachet's invitation. Vincent was always saying that they might come here. Always checking if we had rooms at weekends. But they never did come.
So did Vincent visit them, ever?
No. You know, he'd spend hours on hours writing those letters to his brother when he could have just hopped on a train. Oh, no, he did go once. He said his brother's baby was ill. But I don't think the visit went that well.
Why not?
The tea towels. He said that canvases were too expensive.
More.
And so now he was only going to paint on these old rags. Pretty flowers, but I don't think my father was that pleased.
Brother got to do with tea towels.
I reckon they argued over money. Because it was the brother that bought all Vincent's painting things. I know, because of the last letter Vincent sent
Adeline, wait.
the day before he killed himself. When he handed it to me, he said it was urgent. And, you know, I asked if there was anything wrong. And he said he'd run out of paints and he placed a big order for some more because he had lots of paintings planned. Don't you think that's odd? To place an order with his brother if money was an issue between them and then to kill himself the next day.
It depends, you know, on how balanced he was.
All seemed fine with him. I mean, something must have happened pretty suddenly for him to become unbalanced.
Like what?
I don't know exactly what. It's got something to do with Gachet. Do you remember his first day that I told you about? This letter's from then.
No, I can't read someone else's letter.
If it's open, it's all right.
My dad's posted me up some money.
I'll open up a tab for you and you can settle up when your money arrives.
That's very good of you. This is where he lived?
And where he died.
Here, Theo and Joe. It's really very beautiful here. I feel I see the north all the better for my trip to the south. I've settled down to some canvases, which I hope will go some way to recovering the costs of my stay. Dr. Gachin is eccentric. I don't know how he thinks he can cure me when he seems at least as sick as I am. However, I still think that what I have is mostly a melody of the South, and that the return here will be enough to dissipate the whole thing. The thing is, days seem like weeks to me. I'll be very glad if sometime from now you were to come here one Sunday with your family. Very hearty handshakes. Your loving, Vincent.
Oi! Come here! Dear Father, I'm still waiting to see the doctor. I could have just given the letter to the housekeeper or his daughter, but something happened with Vincent in that house. I can tell. I want to ask the doctor about it. I've decided to retrace the path that Vincent took with his easel that day, because what I've been told doesn't add up. And strange things are happening to me too. But don't worry, nothing that I can't handle. People here are on edge about Vincent, about what happened to him. Everyone has a different story. Tanguy, the paint supplier, said that Vincent shot himself in the field. So does the girl from the inn. It seems a very long way for him to have walked with a mortal wound. And I wonder, if he wanted to kill himself, why didn't he just pick up the gun and finish the job? Did he change his mind? Did he want to live after all? Now I can see you. You last night. What? Oh, not again.
Can I help?
If you can tell me where to find a funny-looking boy with hair all over the place, I want to wring his neck.
Oh, that'll be my nephew. I'm sorry, he's a bit simple. Please don't pay him any mind. He's harmless.
He was following me yesterday and today.
That's not like him. Did you do something to him?
No, I'm just delivering a letter for a friend of mine, Vincent van Gogh.
Oh, the painter fella, yeah. Foreigner, red fella.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, that'll be it then.
What'll be what then?
Cider?
Don't mind if I do.
That changed thirsty work. On the day that the painter fella was wounded, we heard a shot coming from that barn. And now my nephew, he thinks it's haunted.
But Vincent shot himself in the fields.
Oh, that's what some folks say. But I never met a person who actually saw him there. The police looked for his stuff, and they found nothing. Not the gun, nor his painting stuff, nor his paintings.